What's up, Interweb? RhyQuinn here, and welcome to my OBL Week 4 game. And this week we are playing the Dublin Darmanitans, coached by a guy named Cowlan. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name, my friend. But he has a pretty spooky dooky team. For those of you that don't know what my team is, the Nidoqueens Park Rangers in the OBL. My team is Megalatios, Heatran, Azumarill, Azelf, Donphan, Conkeldurr, Braviary, Meloetta, Drapion, Leavanny, Rotom, Frost, and Go-Go. That is my that's my squad that I can choose from in this game. And my opponent, the Dublin Darmanitans, can potentially be choosing from Megalophony, Gliscor, Weavile, Crawdaunt, Darmanitan, Heracross, Aromatisse, Registeel, Gallade, Ursaring, Archeops, and Electivire. So this is pretty damn scary. When you look at the threats that are Megalophony, Weavile, Crawdaunt, Darmanitan, Heracross, and you say, where are your switch-ins? Also Gallade and Ursaring and Archeops, even Evire, like, where are your switch-ins to that? And if it's an offensive Gliscor, holy damn, that's so much offense. And then you just have the bulk of things like Registeel and Aromatisse. Gliscor can be very bulky. Even having Gallade can be very specially bulky. So, pretty spooky stuff, all in all. But I figured the way that I wanted to go about this was to go very, very offensive against this stuff, because he had so much so much offense that I needed to out-offense his offense, basically. No matter how much bulk I brought, he would break through it. So I needed to pack some offense. So I'll very quickly go over the team that I am bringing to this game. First things first, we have a Conkeldurr. As you can see, he has a pretty pronounced fighting weakness, so I knew Conk was coming straight away. And this Conkeldurr is Adamant with 212 in HP, 252 attack, and 44 in speed with an Adamant nature. Mach Punch, Ice Punch, Poison Jab, and Drain Punch. This guy has enough speed investment to outspeed an uninvested Registeel, and does a huge amount of damage with the Drain Punch. Mach Punch is going to be really nice for things like Megalophony, Weavile, Crawdaunt, to get chip damage off on Darmanitan, and even the Gallade, Ursaring, things like that. It's going to be nice to get some chip damage off on those things before it goes down. Ice Punch is for the Gliscor, Poison Jab for the Aromatisse, and Drain Punch to have a more powerful fighting stab than Mach Punch. So I'm hoping Conkeldurr's going to put in work. Like I said, it can pick off Weavile, Crawdaunt, even Megalophony. It has a chance to OHKO that thing from full HP, so if I get any kind of chip damage on Megalophony, then it's in range of Mach Punch, which is very nice. Next one that I decided to bring was Callaway the Braviary, holding the Choice Scarf with Defiant, Max Attack, Max Speed Jolly, with Brave Bird, U-Turn, Superpower, and Rock Slide. This guy has enough speed investment to Speed Tie with a Max Speed Scarfed Gallade, which is a possibility. And Brave Bird does quite a nice chunk to his team, hitting the Megalophony, which I do outspeed, hitting the Heracross for 4 times damage, hitting the Gallade super effectively too. Just having general, not many resistances to Brave Bird is very nice indeed for me. The things that take it, really, the things that resist the Brave Bird being the Registeel, I have the superpower to try and hit that. The Archeops, Rock Slide hits that. The Electivire, I don't have anything to hit that super effectively, but I can U-turn out on it, and I can just hit it with still a very strong Brave Bird regardless, because Braviary is strong. So that's Callaway the Braviary, hoping to be potentially a late game cleaner in this game. Next we have Zelfish IMO the Azelf, holding the Focus Sash, with Levitate of course, with 40 in attack, 252 special attack, and 216 in speed, with a Naive nature, Stealth Rock, U-Turn, Psyshock, and Protect. This guy was going to be my dedicated lead if I saw Megalophony. That's pretty much it, because what I wanted to do was Protect to block the Fake Out, set up my rocks, because they're going to be really, really nice to get that chip damage on Megalophony to put it in range from Mach Punch, do 25% to Weavile, do 25% to Darmanitan, which is going to be crucial because Darmanitan kills itself very, very quickly if you're using Flare Blitz. Having chip damage over on it at everything else, put an Archeops closer to that defeatist range. I wanted rocks in this game straight away, and I had Protect to block the Fake Out, Psyshock to do nice damage to it if I got an opportunity to do so, but the main job of Azelf for this week is get up rocks. If I saw Megalophony, that was my lead. Next one on the team is Azumarill, Whipsnade, Sick Mum the Azumarill, holding the Choice Band with huge power, 32 in HP, max attack, 4 defense, and 220 in speed, with a Jolly nature, Superpower, Waterfall, Aqua Jet, and Play Rough. This guy has enough speed to outspeed, let's see here, what would it be? To outspeed I have no idea what that speed investment's for. Uninvested Gliscor? Is that fast enough? I don't know. It might have been uninvested Gliscor. I can't remember off the top of my head right now what that speed investment was for. But yeah, speed investment to outspeed something. Superpower to hit the Registeel, mainly, and also hitting the Ursaring, but you know, would be hitting that thing with a Waterfall of Pair-If anyway. Waterfall doing really nice damage to things like the Gliscor and the Darmanitan, which is what I really want to hit. Play Rough hitting the Mega Lopunny, the Weavile, the Crawdaunt, the Gallade, and Aquajet, again, nice priority to have on the team. Get some nice damage off on Mega Lopunny, get some nice damage off on Darmanitan, onto Weavile, hitting the Gliscor, you know, things like that. Archeops to put it in defeatist range. Lots of stuff that Aquajet can be used for, so Banded Azumarill felt like was the thing to bring this week. Next one on the team, I think, is the only defensive one I have on the team this week, and that is Wilbur the Mega Latios holding the Latiosite with max HP, max defense, 8 in special attack, with a bold nature, with Roost, Psychic, Hidden Power, Fighting, and Toxic. This guy is kind of my switch into a lot of his physical threats. I know it seems weird to bring a physically defensive Mega Latios when there's a thing like a Weavile and a Crawdaunt running around, but it does switch in pretty nicely to the Mega Lopunny. I believe it does not get 2-hit KO'd by a jolly Mega Lopunny, even though he can bring Adamant to this game. In fact, it does not get 2-hit KO'd by a Adamant Mega Lopunny, so that's nice. It can switch in decently well to a Darmanitan. If it's Scarfed, U-turn does less than half. If he's like Adamant Banded, then U-turn still does like 60-70%. But aside from that, you know, I can switch into Darmanitan's main, you know, clickbait move, that being Flare Blitz. I can just switch into that fairly decently. Other offensive threats, I can switch into okay-ish, things like the Gallade, the Ursaring, the Archeops. I can switch in okay to those kind of guys. Obviously, the Crawdaunt is going to be a bit of an issue, the Weavile and the Heracross. Obviously, Mega Latios is not designed to wall those things, but it can take one hit from any of them. If I'm at full HP, I can take one hit from any single one of those things, as long as they're not, like, you know, at +2 if Weavile's got a Swords Dance up, or Crawdaunt's got a Swords Dance up, or even Heracross has got a Swords Dance up. So I can take any one hit from them and respond with some pretty big damage. HP fighting Oko's the Weavile, it does a huge amount of damage to the Crawdaunt, and I have Psychic for the Heracross, so if worst comes to worst, I can take one hit and respond with a big old hit in return. Even though I'm uninvested in special attack, where I have 8 in special attack, still going to be doing a lot of damage from that base 160. Last one on the team is Unbelievable. Shout out to Ellie for that nickname. The Leavanny, holding the sash as well, with 56 in HP, max attack, and 200 in speed with a jolly nature, protect, sticky web, X-scissor, and poison jab. This guy's here to get up webs. It's very nice to get up webs when there's a Mega Lopunny, a Weavile, a Crawdaunt, a Darmanitan, and a Heracross running around, not to mention a Gallade, an Ursaring, and an Electivire. Webs are going to be very nice for this game, and if I didn't see Mega Lopunny, then I wanted to lead with Leavanny. The reason I wanted to, if I saw Mega Lopunny, I wanted to lead with Azelf, is that if I saw Mega Lopunny, I wanted those rocks up ASAP to get that Mega Lopunny in range from Mach Punch from Conkeldurr. If I didn't see Mega Lopunny, then the rocks I felt weren't as important, because that was the main point of rocks. Yes, it's nice for the Weavile and for the Darmanitan, but I do have Mach Punch on Conkeldurr, which OHKOs it anyway. I have Mach Punch, I have Aquajet on Azumarill, which OHKOs Darmanitan anyway, so rocks were not as important if I didn't see Mega Lopunny, but what I wanted, if I saw Mega Lop, was lead Azelf, protect the Fake Out, and then get up my rocks. I do have Protect on Leavanny anyway, just in case there might have been things like a fake outing Weavile, or, you know, just to scout as well. Sometimes nice to have Protect. Main job of Leavanny, obviously, get up webs. That's pretty much it. His only hazard removal that he has in his entire squad is Defog Gliscor, and if he has Defog, he doesn't have Poison Heal, Toxic Heal, whatever the name of the thing is. He doesn't have that, so that's pretty nice for me. So if I can get those webs up, and if that Gliscor is Toxic Heal, then they're there to stay. So, yeah, that's my team. Let's get right into this match then, and we can see my opponent has brought Gliscor, Weavile, Archeops, Gallade, Darmanitan, and Registeel, so no Mega Lopunny, which I was very surprised to see. No Aromatisse makes me very happy, because I didn't have too many great ways to deal with that. Poison Jab on Conkeldurr, and then like Poison Jab on Leavanny, and that's about it really. So was pretty happy to not see that. And I was thinking, yeah, no Mega Lopunny, so I knew my lead is going to be Leavanny. Get those webs up. It's going to be very nice for Weavile, Gallade, and Darmanitan. That's obviously the only thing that's really going to affect, because Gliscor is immune to it, Archeops is immune to it, and Registeel has Clear Body, so not going to be affected by the webs. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this match, and let's see how things went. So, like I said, I'm going to lead it with my Leovanes, he's going to lead with his Archeops. Now, I'm expecting the Rocks, but Rocks, you know, they're going to break Azelf's Sash, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm going to get up my webs, which I felt was more important. He's going to go for the Acrobatics, take me down to my Sashes. I'm just going to try and get a big hit off as much as I can, just to try and get it in range of Defeatist, but it's not quite enough. That's 48%. I'm going to save Leovanes for Death Fodder, and I'm going to go straight into my physically defensive Mega Latios. Goes for an Acrobatics, it's 44%, leaving me on 44%, but I know with the added bulk that I get from Mega Evolving up, I can live another one, and I do. So now I'm going to go for a Roost, and get some more HP back. He's going to go for another Acrobatics, and I'm going to keep roosting up. This is going to happen for a little bit. I'm just basically banking on no crit, because I know I'm getting more back than he can do with an Acrobatics. So that's pretty nice indeed. Roost keeps giving me more back, and this turn he decides to go for Roost and get back to full HP too, which is very nice for me, because now I'm at full HP, I can go for a Psychic, fearing nothing, and put him in Defeatist range, meaning, again, I can Roost up on this guy no problem. Do a Psychic, do 78% to this Archeops. He does miss a Stone Edge as I go for the Roost, but it doesn't really matter. He's in Defeatist range at this point, it would not be doing that much. He's going to now decide to go for a Roost just to get back up to a nice amount of HP as I reveal my Hidden Power Fighting. Now I went for that just in case he wanted to switch into Weavile to try and get some damage off on me if he was expecting another Psychic, obviously Weavile being immune. Going to go for another Hidden Power, and that Archeops goes down. Now I'm going to go for a Psychic on the Gliscor, get a huge amount of damage off, 66% as I chew a knockoff like it's absolutely nothing. Now I'm going to go for a Roost. As we see, he's Toxic Orb as well, which is fantastic, no defog. Now I'm going to go for a Roost, either expecting him to stay in and knock off again, or switch out into the Weavile. Now I know I can take a Jolly, Life Orb, Icicle Crash. He goes for the Fake Out on 89%, and I counted again. I know I can take a Jolly, Life Orb, Icicle Crash, and I can respond with HP Fighting and kill it, as long as I don't flinch. That's what matters. If I don't flinch, or he doesn't crit me, then we're in the clear. So let's see if we can chew this. He does the Icicle Crash to 70%, which we take very well indeed. And I'm going to fire off the HP Fighting, and I'm going to knock out that Weavile, which was very nice indeed. That was a big old threat to my team, and that Weavile is dead. In comes the Registeel. And I was thinking at this point, I was like, Registeel seems like an interesting option, because Darmanitan could kill me from this range and outspeed, if he's Scarf, he most likely outspeeds, even with the Sticky Webs, because I'm uninvested in speed. Gallade would be another option that could potentially knock me out. Gliscor not so much, because we saw how much the knockoff did, plus I outspeed it and I can knock it out with a Psychic. So, Registeel I felt like was an interesting option, because I felt like Gallade or Darmanitan would have been a better mon to bring in here, but I'm like, okay, maybe he just wants to go for like a Thunder Wave, slow me down, maybe so he can come in with Gallade and start setting up or things like that. I'm not sure what it really wants to do here, so I'm just going to stay in and I'm going to go for a Roost to just try and get back to a nice amount of HP. And we can see after I go for the Roost, get back to a nice amount of HP, the Registeel goes for Curse, and I was like, oh my god, hold the phone for just 1 second, please stop, sir. I'm going to go for an HP Fighting, and it only does 21%, and I'm thinking, if this guy has Rest, that's not good. He's up to +2/+2 right now, and now I'm weighing up my options. I'm like, okay, he almost certainly has Rest. That much is for sure. He almost certainly has Rest. So what I need to do is not stay in with Mega Latios, because I'm getting nowhere doing 21% with an HP Fighting. What I need to do is go into the hardest hitting thing I have to try and take this on, because all I have on this team now to try and hit this thing are physical attackers, because I have Azelf, only real attacking move is Psyshock, which hits on the physical side and it still would be doing nothing anyway. Braviary has Superpower, which is physical. Conkeldurr has Drain Punch and Mach Punch, which are physical. Azumarill has Banded Superpower, which is physical. Mega Latios has that HP Fighting, which we saw did 21%. And Leovanes can do literally nothing to a Registeel anyway. So I'm like, okay, I need to go into Conkeldurr and just try and get as much damage off as I can to stop him setting up. I need to force him to attack me instead of setting up. So I just need to wear him down as much as I can, force him to like go for rest, force him to, and maybe get some favorable sleep talk rolls, force him to, you know, maybe attack me, try and knock me out so he's in revengeable range, wear him down as much as I can so he's in range from a Banded Superpower from Azumarill or a Superpower from Braviary. So that was my plan right now. I said I have to go out into Conk and I have to just click Drain Punch repeatedly and see what I can do with it. So he's going to go for another Curse, getting up to +3 at this point. And I'm starting to get a little bit nervous now because this Registeel could very well sweep me. I'm going to go for a Drain Punch, see how much it does. I'm adamant Fist Plate with Iron Fist, and that does 37%, which is a decent amount, bearing in mind this guy's at +3, but still that's not enough. He goes to +4, and I'm like, okay, oh god, okay, we need to try and wear him down some more. That's 27%. I'm like, this is not good. He goes for the rest, goes back to full HP. I'm like, oh god, this is really not good. I'm just gonna have to get some favorable sleep talk rolls here, or I could just crit him and Oko him, which is so unfortunate for him, because that Radiostorm legitimately could have swept me. If I didn't get a crit, he legitimately could have swept me. You saw how little that Drain Punch was doing from Conkeldurr, and that was the hardest thing I had to hit it. Yeah, I have a banded superpower from Azumarill and superpower on Braviary, but I think the combination of all of them would not have been enough to take out that Radiostorm, and it legitimately could have swept me. If he'd got some favorable sleep talk rolls, if he'd have used rest at the right times, he absolutely could have swept me with that Radiostorm right then and there. So that is so unfortunate that I critted him for my opponent right there, but awesome for me, but very unfortunate for my opponent. So now what I'm going to do is, expecting the Psychic move as Gallade comes in, I'm going to switch back into my Mega Latios. I'm physically defensive, I can take pretty much any hit from this guy. As I switch in the Mega Latios, go to 57%, and he is going to go for a Bulk Up. I'm like, okay, more setup, but it's okay for this one. This one I'm not too worried about. I'm going to Toxic him, put him on a timer, which I couldn't do with the Registeel, as he is just going to go for the knockoff and knock me out, and we can see he's Life Orb. So I'm like, okay, time to bring in Braviary. I don't care if you're at +1, Gallade. You're going to die to this Brave Bird right now. Come on, Braviary, let's show what you're made of. I'm going to go for the Brave Bird, and I'm just going to knock out that Gallade. Doesn't matter about your +1 defense when you're a Braviary. Now he's going to bring in the Gliscor, and he's at 34%, and I have a 75% chance to Oko him. If he's max physically defensive, I have a 75% chance to Oko anyway, but I do crit him and take him out. In comes the Darmanitan, the mascot pick. And at this point, he's at -1 speed, so if he is Scarfed, then I will be outspeeding him with my Braviary. And I have an 18.8% chance to Oko this Darmanitan. If I don't Oko him, then he's obviously in Aqua Jet range from Azumarill anyway, so I know I've got this game. But I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird, do as much as I can, and I crit him and I Oko him anyway, which is just ridiculous. So we take the 5-0 victory in that game, and those were just ridiculous crits. Absolutely ridiculous crits. Critting that Registeel, which could have won him the game, could have legitimately swept me. I crit the Gliscor, which probably didn't matter, and then I crit the Darmanitan to take the 5-0 instead of a 4-0. So that is just unbelievably unfortunate for my opponent as well. And of course he did miss a Stone Edge as well. Not that that one didn't really matter too much, but still missing the Stone Edge and just getting incredibly unlucky for my opponent. But I still feel I prepped okay, played okay, apart from the oversight of Cursed Registeel. Like, I had moves to hit Registeel, just not one that was set up. That was the oversight, I think, on my part. But that is a 5-0 victory in Week 4 of the OBL. We are now sitting at 2-2 with a +7 differential, which is quite ridiculous when you think of a 2-2 record. But we won 6-0 in Week 1, then we lost 3-0, lost 1-0, and then we won 5-0. So our victories are a lot bigger than our losses. So we're 2-2 with a +7 differential right now, which is pretty damn decent if I say so myself. But that is going to be it for OBL Week 4. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this is the last video you'll see from me where I'm on my bed, because I'm getting my desk tonight, which I'll be building. So all future videos hopefully will be from my desk. Yay, I can go back to like a regular thing now instead of just sitting on my bed recording videos, because it's just kind of depressing. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and if you're enjoying the content that I'm bringing to you, then make sure to hit the subscribe button too. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys sometime soon in another video. Toodaloo.